right, it is 6 o'clock. It is Monday, October 2nd. We'll call our meeting to order and start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next we'll have the roll call.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Alinger. Holm.
Yes.
Okay, before we go to the approval of the agenda, we'll have Josh step in here for a second.
Yep, thank you, Mayor. Just real quick, and I don't mean to break routine too fast here, but the Meadow Park subdivision at Forest Drive is completed. Everything at this point. We just don't have a valid 4-year maintenance bond. He's been trying to do that over the past week and swears it's coming Wednesday and has email confirmation of all that. He's not particularly happy he would have to wait till October 16th at this point, and speaking with Pat, our city attorney, who's with us tonight, he didn't have any particular legal issue with amending the
What is
resolution.
going on?
We don't know.
Stand by. Pat didn't have any particular legal issue with amending the resolution to some version of amending the resolution to make it contingent on the city's receipt of a valid 4-year maintenance bond. So, item 10L, if you don't mind, I would appreciate, if you agree, one council member making a motion for item 10L to read resolution accepting Forest Drive as city infrastructure for the Meadow Park subdivision contingent on the receipt of a valid 4-year maintenance bond prior to October 16th, 2023. And what that would do is on Wednesday allow us to have the mayor sign off on that once it is received, and so they can get the park properties marketed.
Okay, do we have any questions about this? Okay, then do we have an approval of tonight's agenda?
Mayor,
Yeah.
we need a motion to approve that amendment.
Oh, okay.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Hollister, seconded by Lyon. We have no discussion, then take the roll.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Alinger. Holm.
Yes.
Okay, motion.
Sen.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay,
He's good.
now do we have an approval of tonight's agenda?
So moved as amended.
We have a motion by Hollister,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. If there's no discussion, take the roll.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item 5 is public participation. Anybody in the audience wish to get up and address the council? Anybody in Zoom land wish to address the council? If not, we'll move on. Next, we have our annual Chamber of Commerce report. Nicole Hutchcroft is here. Come on up to the podium, Nicole.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for giving me a few minutes just to introduce myself to a few I don't know and share some exciting updates for the Chamber. So for those I have not met, my name is Nicole Hutchcroft and I took on the director role at the end of June. I currently live in Bellevue with my husband and 3 children. I kicked off within the first couple weeks of being at the Chamber. We kicked off the first annual Star Spangled Freedom Fest, which we showcased the U.S. Army Golden Knights parachute team. We also had a vendor fair, food trucks, and lots of activities for the kids. Even though we had some odd weather, the event was well attended, so there are plans to come up with how we can do a summer event in the years to come. And many community members are very excited to have an annual summer event. August was a busy month at the Chamber. On August 9th, we hosted the Chamber Golf Outing. That we were blessed with beautiful weather and had great attendance. So we did have 96 golfers there and 69 sponsors. So amazing support from both area businesses and community attending that, and a great time had by all. The following week, we had our annual teacher luncheon for the new teachers in the district. Not only did we get to provide a free lunch from the Timber Center to the new teachers, but also thanks to the member businesses, did give them a bag full of goodies to welcome them not only to the districts in Jackson County, but also many of them moved from areas not even in Iowa to be teachers here, so that was awesome. At the end of August, we also welcomed our newest staff member, Linda Tenney, into the role of operations coordinator. So she is new to Maquoketa, but brings years of experience on city council and was a very active member in her prior community. Her husband is also the new school resource officer for Maquoketa Community Schools, so they've been very active in the community so far, and I think she will be a phenomenal asset, not only to the chamber, but also to the community. So we're excited to have her. September, we kicked off second year of Leadership Maquoketa. We just completed our second session out of 9. So we are excited to have 12 participants this year from 8 of our member businesses, as well as 2 high school / college students. So those high school students will graduate with almost an associate's degree. So exciting group to have, and fortunate to have them with us, and off to a great start, and we'll continue that through January, every other Tuesday from 8:30 to noon. September also provided lots of celebration for businesses in Maquoketa. We had 3 ribbon cuttings and open houses, one for a new Airbnb, the Stevens House, one at the YMCA for their rededication ceremony, and one for a grand reopening for the Iowa Flower Market. And lastly, we have started planning for our It's a Wonderful Life Maquoketa event, so our Christmas event. Really excited to get that going. Me and Linda have some ideas to bring some new things, as well as do some of our traditional things we've done in the past. So we hope to both have activities at the fire station and the green space, bringing back hot cocoa, snacks, and Santa photos, but also adding in free family photos, possibly a bounce house, and also maybe a s'mores station and fire pits to the green space area. We also will bring back holiday passports that will run from November 20th through December 31st, and are looking to possibly bring back the Gnome on the Roam, which will be an option for members that are maybe not retail, but just other entities in the community that maybe want to be in the holiday spirit or festivities, just to get everybody involved. So as always, we're always open to suggestions or assistance or feedback at the chamber, so don't hesitate to reach out. And I thank you all for your time tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We have no public hearings, so we move on to our consent agenda, which is the minutes of the September 18th, 2023 regular city council meeting. The bills payable through October 2nd, 2023 in the amount of $145,322.98. The renewal of a Class B retail alcohol license filed by Kwik Star, number 212, and a renew Class C retail alcohol license filed by the Jackson County Fair Association.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, we have no old business, so that takes us to item 10. 10A being a resolution approving the Platt Street Project change order number 15 in the amount of $70,395.54 submitted by Tschiggfrie Excavating for the Platt Street Project. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. This, as written here, hopefully this is I know it will be our last final construction change order as this comes to a close. Andy Godkin from Origin Design is on tonight. And besides what will be finally a materials audit eventually, this should be it. And this is a redesign of the Arcade Street intersection to meet ADA standards, and a lot of ADA fixes are listed in this paragraph here. Some of them are directly design related, but we can address that at a later time. There are push button pedestrian light extensions so that if you're a person with a disability, you have easier access to crossing the street. There's a couple slope challenges with some of the asphalt that was pressed down already. Given all this in front of the paragraph here, it is about $18,000 on what the Public Works Committee considered at their last meeting, but this is what IDOT and Origin and Tschiggfrie settled on as an actual quantity agreement and what the costs actually are. So just want to make that note that there's a little bit of distinguishment, and this is still probably reasonable given the amount of work We did expect to have a lot more to finish out this job. So I'll take any questions and I'll hand it over to Andy if he has anything further.
Anybody have any questions?
Once this is approved, when will they be back?
Andy?
Was the question when will they be back?
Yeah,
Correct.
If it's approved, when will they be back, Andy?
If it's approved tonight, the contractor hasn't given us an exact date yet, but would be back within a week or two. To my understanding, I would be seeking for a more specific date than that in the very near future, as in like tomorrow, if this does get approved tonight.
I'll add too that this work is 20 extra working days estimated as well.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Simonson, seconded by Lyon. Do we have any discussion? Take the roll.
Coolman,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Item B is a resolution authorizing amendment to the city purchasing policy. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. This one leads into the next item after this one, but this originates because of our policy that we have in our purchasing for reasons of any contract related to council action, Platt Street being the main motivation before to get in control of putting the council in the driver's seat of a lot of major projects like this. And so I don't mean to bring every single thing that changes in front of the wastewater plant to you, and WHKS has had some decent amount of success with some amount of freedom with city manager authorization. So I wanted to put this in front of the Finance and Personnel Committee first to discuss if this makes sense, actually the Public Works Committee. And what we settled on was the idea of the $10,000 limit, which is my spending limit as city manager in the first place, and having that authority to be able to change things as needed. And then the reporting mechanism is back to the Public Works Committee to communicate what exactly I have been changing along the way. So I have a Google Doc running right now. So this amendment to the city purchasing policy leads to the next one, and it's recommended by the committees.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Lyon. Is there any discussion? Then take the roll.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Next, we have a resolution granting the city manager authorization to approve wastewater treatment plant project changes not to exceed $10,000.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Colister, seconded by Lyon. Any discussion here? Take the roll.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item D is a resolution authorizing publication of a notice and date a meeting to consider proposed revenue, proposed statement for franchise fees.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The next several items are very, very related. Long story short, the state legislature had a property tax reform act, and it's going to limit our ability to maximize what we could do for commanding a property tax because there are several cuts to it. And so tonight, this starts to introduce some different idea of revenue for the city as a result of that act. And I just want to be clear with you that much of this is absolutely cause and effect. It doesn't bring any city manager or me any joy to sit here and describe a process like this to you, but I just wanted to remind you of kind of where we stand and where I think we need to go, where a lot of city managers are taking city councils for recommendations. Our utilities, such as Black Hills Energy, are up to their ears right now in this same request as a result of this bill. So we're looking on this next several series of items. First, to pass a revenue purpose statement, which as a Finance and Personnel Committee and discussing how we want to earmark, and I say earmark intentionally because no money can be used for any other purpose than what we're stating here. We determined as a committee that the best recommendation would be for 60% for outright property tax reduction strategies and 40% for street improvement projects. And so that, I think, is the best solution for the community, certainly open for discussion in the future. That's why we're setting a public hearing. But on the back end of this, we're also setting public hearings to start up ordinances for franchise fees on city utilities in the town. So the next several are substantially related, lead into a solution to what is going to happen to the city. I don't want to portray that the city is necessarily in dire need of financial help, but it will be in 4-5 years if we don't start down this path. And so tonight, again, I gave you a chart, kind of remind you in the budget season where we are compared to others and how far people have to go to meet compliance. And then two, if you look at our actual property tax submission, I've shown you what's getting stricken out. And it's not a lot off of our rate overall, but if you add it all up, all conditions the same, we're immediately gonna be without $96,000. That doesn't even count expenses going up next year between salaries and property insurance or health insurance or any of these other things. Additionally, and probably the most scary part of this, is that this sheet that we passed last year was based on a 54% rollback. And I contacted a couple managers today, talked to Kelly Brown from JCA, trying to gauge where they're gonna take the rollback number to, and I'm hearing numbers anywhere from 46 to 48%. So there's a lot of reasons to be concerned from my recommendation position. I just want you all to be extremely informed, which is why I have these documents in front of you tonight, and I put a good amount of writing into what's being proposed here. I'll, stop now and maybe take some questions if you have them along the way.
Anybody have any questions?
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Lyon. Any discussion? Go ahead and take the roll.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, the resolution passes. Item E is a resolution setting a public hearing on proposed ordinance amending current natural gas franchise with Black Hills Energy to increase the rate of franchise fee and authorizing publication of a notice of meeting to consider the revenue proposed statement. Go ahead.
I don't have anything further, Mayor, thank you.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Colister, seconded by Lyon. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Okay, the resolution passes. Item F is a resolution setting a public hearing on proposed ordinance adopting electric franchise with Maquoketa Valley Electric Cooperative, authorizing the city to collect franchise fees, and authorizing publication of a notice of a meeting to consider revenue proposed statements.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Colister,
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item G is a resolution setting a public hearing on a proposed ordinance granting electric transmission franchise fees to ITC Midwest.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Coolman,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item H is a resolution approving change order number 2 and 3, total amount of $4,147.22, submitted by MMU for the South Main Trail Lighting Project. Go ahead,
Thank you,
Justin.
Mayor. I don't have a ton of comment on this. This is just a reconciliation of the job total. We ended up at 62 overall in this project, 62,285 to be exact. There's a couple other competing private bids of about 130 or 140, as you may recall. And I happened to be driving it, coming into town the other night, and personally, I gotta say, it was a nice touch and finish and decision by you all to finish that off. So this finishes off everything.
Motion.
Okay, we got a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Simonson. Any discussion? Then take the roll.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Next is a discussion and possible motion approving final payment request number 3 in the amount of $32,927.39, submitted by MMU for the South Main Trail Lighting Project.
So moved.
Motion by Simonson,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. We have no discussion. Take the roll.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
That passes. Next, item J is a resolution approving school resource officer amendment with the Maquoketa Community School District.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. This agreement was very outdated, to say the least. And in fact, I think, Jody, do you know how old it was? Was it 10-plus years? It was up to a certain amount even for the school resource officer position, and this is revising the agreement to reflect the actual cost that we bill them, pay overtime for, health insurance for, and accurately describes the job position as Chief Zimet manages it. So this has already been approved by the school district, just needs your formal adoption.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. Do we have any discussion? Take the roll.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item K is a resolution authorizing amendment to resolution number 22-27 for the final cost of $91,366 to Thompson Truck and Trailer for a dump truck.
Thank you, Mayor. Council, if you read into this carefully, I think this is evidence of another capital equipment problem. You've seen it in our fire truck delivery of 18 to 24 months. You're seeing it in this dump truck order. You're seeing it in the police squad or squads that Brennan's on a wait list for right now. Frank got a call a couple weeks ago from the Thompson truck rep that says we got bumped and the 25 price is $13,000 greater. And so we can make a decision to accept it, or we can go quote out something else, or we can go start checking on the used market. You know, I guess we did that with the jet vac truck in a way, but I mean, there might be some decisions ahead where I don't know if we can avoid that possibility, but I think the smart move now is to at least start with this by approving it. And we're gonna further evaluate our CIP with Frank and the Finance and the Public Works Committee to possibly make another recommendation for another truck based on what Frank has available to him in the Public Works capital improvement budget. So the key number you're connected to here is in this red box, that 77,935. That's being amended to 91,366 for a 2025 model. John did contact that representative, and they're gonna stand by that pricing for the 2025 model. It will be that price if we do another one. Because of this happened to us, John also contacted our upfitter and Henderson, and they're gonna stand by this pricing here. So I don't know that I have a great presentation for you on this one. This to me is a major problem based on what's out there. We're just in a wait list right now, along with a number of other cities, and I think it's important that we keep our spot.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
It's still below the low bid, the next bid. Second.
we have a second by Lyon. Any discussion? Then go ahead and take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item I is a resolution accepting Forest Drive as city infrastructure for the Meadow Park subdivision. And this is
So
with the
moved.
language,
So moved, the contingent on the 4-year bond being accepted by the city or received by the city.
That's correct, yes. So Mayor, just was gonna make that note, and I think Councilman Colister hit it there. And as long as his motion is to amend and direct staff to edit the resolution and reflect that Mayor has that amendment prior to signature, that we have that receipt, we're in good shape. So if that's your motion,
So moved.
okay.
so we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Lyon. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Item M is a resolution authorizing purchase of a vertical screen screw from OR Tech in the amount of $23,165.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. I can hand it off to Jeff here shortly to add some more comment, but this one wasn't easy either, as you can imagine. It's a small dollar amount compared to others, but I think the most telling story from 2017 is we had a series of installation bids for this project, with one of them being well below the others. And my uncle used to say, as a farmer in Stockton, good ain't cheap and cheap ain't good. And here I think you have a bidder who put in about 80% of this being regular steel, not fully stainless steel, and no one caught it. And that's why we're here today. So it's an Ortex system. It's one that needs 100% stainless steel. and that's what's in front of you tonight. Jeff, you have anything else?
I don't have much else unless anybody has questions for me.
How long is it gonna take to get this part?
I don't know that they gave me an ETA on that. They just gave me the quote.
Okay.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Coleman,
Second.
seconded by Rickroll. Any discussion? Then take the roll.
Coolman.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item N is a resolution declaring items as surplus equipment and authorizing the sale. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. We'll get personal with this one. I don't know how I feel about it, but I get why Scott's doing what he's doing. So they're looking to go to flag football, and their equipment is at an age where it needs to start going into the Riddles and the other helmet producers to get recertified in these things, and that's a path they don't want to go down. So with your blessing here, they're going to declare a pretty good amount of football equipment as surplus, and he's going to probe some interest in the local market here to see if we can get a recruited bid together for the purchase of those.
Okay. We have
So
a
moved.
motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Lyon. If there's no discussion, take the roll.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
And finally, we make it to item O, which is a discussion of possible motion authorizing payment to Bernie's Heating and Cooling in the amount of $16,097 for the library HVAC services. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. This one is a library corporation pass-through item. You're the account holder, so to speak, but this expenditure, assuming approval, is 100% funded by the library corporation at the end of the year. So Katie put that together this summer. Bernie's responded quite promptly to this issue during some of these summer heat days, and unfortunately it was probably just a couple days behind of one of the worst ones, but I forget the number of units she got with this offhand, but it was right around what it should have been for market price and just below. I think Kellum's took an interest in this too.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Lyon,
Second.
seconded by Rickroll. If we have no discussion, go ahead and take the roll.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
All right, that passes. We make it now to reports and communications. Do we have anything from any of the city council members? Anything from the city manager?
I do not, thank you.
Okay. Now we make it to item 12, which is our executive session. Would like somebody make a motion to go into closed session under Iowa Code 21.51C, potential litigation.
Before you do that, I will provide the opinion that I've reviewed this matter. Under 21.51C, that criteria is met, and it is my legal opinion it is lawful to do so.
Okay, thank you.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. We have no discussion. Take the roll.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, we'll go into closed session.
Recording.
Haven't in our last several.
All right, well, we'll come back into open session. It is 7:56 right now. And item 13A is a resolution authorizing mayor of the city of Maquoketa to enter into an engineering contract to assist the city of Maquoketa with litigation. And I would offer that we take this off the agenda for right now and have a little more investigation done and come back and address this later.
Need a motion on that?
That's 6:56.
Oh, yeah,
Susan can
6:56,
handle the time.
okay.
Pat, do we need a motion on that, or is that generally well described?
You don't, I mean, technically, you can set your agenda by motion, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement, so if the mayor took it off and nobody's objecting, you can move on.
Do we have any objections to taking it off?
No.
Okay. Item 14 is adjournment. Accept the motion to adjourn. Coolman made the motion.
Second.
Lyon made the second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned.